Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you Nancy Drew game commentary, clues, and cookies. Today we are starting our walkthrough for the 19th mystery in the Nancy Drew series, The Haunting of Castle Malloy. Super excited to play this game, and the weather is perfect for it. This game today. It's stormy outside, there's thunder, it's nice and creepy, which is great for this game because it's a super creepy game. So, as usual, we're at Nancy's desk here. We have this Mayan statue from Secret of the Scarlet Hand, and we actually have a few new things on her desk that we haven't seen in the past few games. Here we have a mask from The Phantom of Venice, the game that or the mystery that Nancy just finished. We have a little pyramid here from the White Wolf of Icicle Creek, the 16th mystery, and a nice little hula doll here from the Creature of Kapu Cave, the 15th mystery. We have our fun little light that is always a joy to play with. Why won't it turn off? Oh my gosh, it's stuck on! I thought it would turn off. That's weird. Okay, anyway, case file. Let's see what our mystery is this time.
When Mallory called me from her home in London and asked me to be your maid of honor, I was a little reluctant. After all, I hadn't seen her since she stayed with us as an exchange student a couple of years ago. But when she told me the wedding is going to take place at an old family castle in Ireland, how could I say no? The wedding will be very small, but Kyler still needs help with all the final preparations, which means she'd like me to arrive several days early. So I'm going to fly to Dublin, rent a car, and meet Kyler at Castle Malloy. She warned me that the place is somewhat in need of repairs, whatever that means, and unfortunately by the time I get there it'll be night. But I've never been to Ireland before, and I've never even seen a real honest-to-goodness castle, let alone stayed in one. So the fact that it may be dark and run down just makes it more of an adventure. And you know me, whenever the question is who wants to go on an adventure, my answer is always, I do.
Ooh, okay, so Nancy's going to Ireland to help out her friend Kyler at her wedding. That sounds nice. That sounds totally harmless. Definitely not a scary mystery. So what do we got here? Phone card for Nancy to make calls back to the States. Invitation. Kyler Teagan Mallory of London and Matthew William Simmons of London request your presence to witness their exchange of matrimonial vows on the 1st of June at 1 o'clock. Location is Castle Malloy, Baylor, Ireland. Nice. How very British. A British wedding in Ireland. Okay, let's get our plane ticket here. We're going to do Senior Detective as usual. And now Nancy is going to fly across the ocean all the way to Ireland. Ireland is...
For our landing. Please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ireland is definitely a place I'd want to visit. It's high on my list.
So your plane was on time, your luggage arrived, your rental car was waiting? Everything went without a hitch?
Yep, and according to Kyler's directions, I'm within 2 kilometers of Castle Malloy. Now stop worrying about me and get over to the Dunhills. What time is it there?
Around 2. The party just started. It's gonna go all day, so I've got plenty of time. Are you driving?
Yes, Ned, I'm talking on my cell phone while I'm driving, but it's okay. There's absolutely no traffic. And I think I see the gates. I gotta go. Say hi to the Dunhills for me and have fun.
Without you? Yeah, right. Take care, Nancy.
Oh no!
What was that?
Good question. Also, did you see how fast Nancy was going? She was like going 80 miles per hour down this country road here. There is no way she would have been able to turn into this gate. She would have smashed into it. She was going so fast. Nancy, I am questioning your driving skills. After Secret of the Old Clock and now this, I just don't know. Also, what was that thing that like ran across the road at us? That was weird. This is a beautiful gate though. What's this? A creepy little doll thing? What? Hello? Ba to you too, I suppose? Some pretty flowers, some sort of, looks like a puzzle kind of thing, but we don't have all the pieces yet. At least it doesn't look like we have all the pieces. Okay, maybe let's just walk through this gate here and see if we can find the castle so someone can help us with our car. Because Nancy totally just crashed. I have a feeling she would have crashed even if the thing hadn't run out in front of her car. Because, man, that was some crazy driving. Oh, knock on door. Help! Getting Blackmore Manor vibes.
Oh, hello. I'm Nancy Drew. I'm here for the wedding.
The wedding's been called off, so go on back to where you come from.
No, wait, please. My car's in the ditch by the gate. I can't go anywhere.
Walk down the road to the inn then. Give me your keys and I'll see to your car in the morning.
I left the keys in the car. Can I at least talk to Kyler?
She's sleeping.
No, wait. I came all the way from the States.
You cannot stay here. Go to the inn, I said. Now off with you.
Please, can I come in just for a minute? Hello? Are you there? Hello?
Hello? That was rude. So if we step away here... Oh, see someone moving up there? That looks like a shadow.
There's somebody up there. I'll bet it's Kyler.
Kyler! How do we get her attention? By throwing rocks at her. Yeah. Okay, let's go for the small rocks, because I have a feeling those are less likely to break the window. Although it might be kind of fun to break the window. Yeah, and if you aim it like right here down in the middle, that works best. Ah! We did it without breaking the window. Nice. Although Kyler reacts exactly the same no matter what you do. Let me in!
Deaf are you now? I told you cannot be staying here.
Donal, what are you doing? That's Nancy Drew, my maid of honor. Let her in.
Yeah, let me in, Donal. Take that.
Matt's disappeared? How can somebody you came all the way out here with to marry just disappear?
He hasn't disappeared for good. You have to understand, Matt's a bit of a prankster, and the wedding is still days away.
He disappeared as a prank?
He adores getting people in a tizzy. I do think he's pushing the envelope this time, but he'll show up. Mind you, it may not be till I've started down the aisle, but he'll show, saying he just wanted to make this a wedding no one shall ever forget.
That seems a little weird.
Why did that man at the door tell me the wedding was off?
That was the caretaker, Donal Delaney. Not Donald, mind you. There's no D at the end, so it's pronounced Donal. That's the way you're supposed to spell it, which is to say that's the way the Irish spell it.
Proud of his heritage, huh?
Indeed. Which would be tolerable if his love for the Irish wasn't accompanied by an abiding distaste for the British. Now, he rather likes me, but that's only because he considers me to be Irish, since I'm directly related to the man who used to own this place. When it comes to my British fiancé, Donal detests him, which is why he was so quick to tell you the wedding's off. He wants it to be off. He came right out and said, if I am to be married in Castle Malloy, it simply must be to an Irishman. Said my marrying a Brit would upset the fairy people, or whatever he calls them.
The fairy people?
Do you have any idea where Matt disappeared to?
No, but I know he didn't go far. The fact is, sometimes I hear him. You know, his voice. It's very faint and muffled, but it sounds like he's calling to me, saying things I can't quite make out. Teasing me, the lout. So I know he's somewhere close by. He'll be here for the wedding. I'd stake my life on it. Of course, I remember well your penchant for solving mysteries. So if you want to give this one a go, by all means do. You could start in the nursery. It's down the hall. That's where Matt had set up his cot and was spending most of his time. Find him, Nancy. Having my maid of honor ruin this silly vanishing trick of his would teach him a lesson he sorely needs.
Someone ran out in front of my car on my way here and caused me to drive into a ditch.
Are you all right?
Me, I'm fine. My car and my cell phone, not so good. And I'm pretty sure whomever I saw dropped this. Looks like some kind of homemade doll.
The clothes. It looks like Matt. And that's his ring. What did the person who dropped this look like?
I didn't really get a good look. It was dark and I was distracted and it moved so fast. Frankly, I'm not even sure if what I saw was a person.
Donal, the caretaker. When we realized Matt was gone, straight away Donal claimed Matt had been kidnapped by fairies, which is of course utterly ridiculous. It was probably Matt himself you saw, tricked out in some costume and leaving that doll behind just to confound us. Well, I do hope he's enjoying himself, because as soon as we're married, that will be that. No more practical jokes. ever.
By the way, I love how Kyler reacts to like things that Nancy says. She's just very expressive, and it makes the interaction seem so much more real.
Does it bother you to be here all by yourself?
Actually, Matt's best friend Kit Foley is here too. He set up a cot in the Great Hall downstairs.
When did he arrive?
We all came out together.
Where does Mr. Delaney live?
All I know is he comes at dawn and leaves at sunset. I can't fathom what he does all day, but he always seems to be puttering away at something. When he's not working, he spends most of his time down the road at the Screaming Banshee Inn.
How long has he been the caretaker?
I don't know that either. A long time, I should imagine. Seeing as he more or less came with Grandpapa's estate, I should let him go. All he ever talks about are banshees and fairies and leprechauns. And he can be quite obstinate, as you saw at the door. But if Grandpapa saw fit to put up with him all those years, I suppose I can too.
When you said you sometimes hear Matt, where are you when that happens? In here?
In here, in the nursery, sometimes outside. His voice is always very muffled and very, very faint, so I can never tell where it's coming from or what he's saying. But it's Matt, I'm sure of it.
And you've looked all over for him?
When it became apparent he was missing, we searched everywhere, for hours. We were afraid he'd gone wading and drowned or something, or wandered into the bog, or gotten lost out on the moor. But we found no footprints, no clothes lying around, nothing. So when I heard his voice, it dawned on me he was playing one of his outlandish pranks. I was furious with him, but truth be told, it was also a bit of a relief.
What are you doing in here, if you don't mind my asking?
Reading. About myself, in a way. You see, until my grandpapa died and left me this place, not only did I have no idea that this castle existed, but I had no idea my real name was not Mallory, but Malloy. Apparently, Grandpapa changed his name 50 years ago, so no one would find out he was Irish.
Why didn't he want people to find out he was Irish?
I think it had something to do with his brother, Brendan, the man who owned this place and was living here when it exploded during World War II. He was rumored to have been a double agent, supposedly doing top-secret research for the Allies, but in truth passing his findings onto the Axis. Not exactly a brother you want people to know about.
If the rumors were true.
Anyway, ever since I found out I'm a Malloy, I can't stop reading about Ireland. So many different people have populated this country at one time or another. The Celts, the Druids, the Gaels. It's all quite fascinating.
Have you come across anything in here that indicates whose side your great-uncle was really on?
No, and if he was half as smart as he was reputed to be, I highly doubt I ever shall. He was quite the inventor, I do know that. Everything that remains in this place seems as if it's been tinkered with. Even his daughter's dollhouse, of all things.
I'm gonna go play detective now.
The 5 months I spent living with you, your dad, and Hannah. And Togo, of course. That was a very happy time for me, Nancy. I can't tell you how thrilled I am you're here.
I get to see you again, and I get to see Ireland? I'm the one who's thrilled, believe me. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. I'm your maid of honor, remember?
I haven't forgotten.
Aw, that was a nice little exchange. Okay, so the book that Kyler is reading is Marie Antoinette's journal from Treasure in the Royal Tower. So, not sure how you got your hands on that, but that's kind of cool. This telescope also is from Curse of Blackmore Manor, or at least it's the same design telescope, so that's kind of cool. Let's see, can we explore these shelves here? This could be like a carousel horse reference, but it doesn't look like a specific carousel horse at all. Oh, here's the book. The Zodiac Constellations. Well, we'll take that. Nancy does just like to take things. Is there anything else you can take? No? Surprising. Usually there's so many things we can take. What's this? Some sort of gear puzzle, but we need 10 big ones and 10 small ones. And we don't have the how many we need. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8... And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're missing quite a few, so we'll need to be on the lookout for some gears. Nothing else here. Oh, I love how pretty this is. So old and crumbly. What's in here?
Whoa!
Ooh.
That would have been quite a fall.
Yikes. Okay, big giant hole. So don't go out that door. What's here? Oh, some sort of... Ah! A pyramid puzzle. Okay, so the idea with this is to keep alternating where you stack all of the pieces. The small ones always need to be on top of the bigger ones, and the bigger ones always need to be at the bottom. So it helps to just keep building it up bit by bit on each side. So like now we'll build it up here. I'll move the little ones over. Gotta move this one over. This one here. Gotta get this one out of the way. And then we'll put that one there. And then we should be able to, yes, build it up here, which means then we can move the big one over to the farthest right as we get these smaller ones over. It's just a process, little bit by bit. As long as you know the pattern, it's pretty easy to figure out. I'll get this one on here. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's kind of hard to explain the strategy for this. It's just kind of self-explanatory. Well, no, it's not self-explanatory. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this because it's very... I mean, it's a logic puzzle first and foremost. But I guess the strategy is just make tower. So now we got the big one over. That's the biggest step, and now we basically need to make the make a tower over here by moving all the pieces over bit by bit, which is easier said than done. But now that we've gotten the big piece out of the way, it'll go a lot faster. So now we put this one over here, so this one's free and we can move it over. I love the noise that the stone makes. I think we... There we go. Okay. Thought I was getting behind on my pattern here, but this works. Now we put this one here. Move the little ones over so we can move the big ones. Beautiful. And now we need to get this one uncovered bit by bit. I think this one's easy once you get the pattern down. Just where to move the pieces at which time. These over here, top it with the little ones. Now it's getting easy. And then these ones can go here. I think it usually helps to start with the little one going on the very top. Except for the very end, when we uncover it. Voila! And we have a
This'll
charged
come in
lantern.
handy.
Yes, it will. It's dark outside. Now, in real life, I wonder if this thing is attached to the shelf, or because Nancy could totally just take all of the things off and then stack them on there one at a time. Like, she wouldn't need to move them over and over again. But, you know, it's for the game. This is a very puzzle-heavy mystery, so if you're a puzzle fan, you are in the right place. Convert binary. Okay. Some weights, but it looks like we're missing a couple. Anything in these drawers here? Oh, a list of the weights. Okay, that's interesting. Nothing else here. Nothing else of interest. This is a crest, probably from the Curse of Blackmore Manor, though I don't know exactly which crest it would be. What a beautiful fire. Screenshot right here. Let's see. Let's go wandering out in the hallway. Let's do a little bit more exploring. We can check out, ooh, this, hey, what on earth? What are you doing? A magpie. Stealing these little jewel thingies. Are there more of them? No? Do I dare put the orange one back, or is it just going to take them again? We also are missing green, blue, and red. And then we probably just click them in the order of the rainbow, one would think. What's down here? Ooh. Broken pair of glasses. That doesn't seem super promising. Fireplace. This is a creepy room. Some sort of cot. Creepy. Shelf. These are all toys from Secret of the Old Clock. A silent mouth is sweet to hear. That's weird. Puzzle box. That takes a while to solve. Creepy little rocking horse. Ooh, with money in it. Money! Yes, this is one of many mysteries where Nancy has no money and must find it. Dolls. Okay, and we have the little Matt doll too. So this goes for the dollhouse, which is interesting. These little chattering teeth are from Curse of Blackmore Manor. Jane has a piece like that as well. Le Lapin Bleu. Baloo. Okay. Truth speaks even though the tongue work dead? Tongue weak dead? What does that say? Even though the tongue weak dead? I don't know. That's it's covered in a lot of spider webs. Were dead? Even though the tongue were dead? Oh, maybe that's it. Truth speaks even though the tongue were dead? Either way, it's creepy. Like, what are all of these, like, silent things? Was whoever lived in this room a mute? Whatever's screaming out there certainly isn't a mute. See not what you see, and hear not what you hear. Evil returns to the evildoer. What a creepy little room. All sorts of weird nonsense going on in here. Alright, well, I think we'll leave this part here. We'll do a little bit more exploring and chat with some more characters in the next part. Thanks for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you soon.